ENCA's Dimakatso Thukwana joins us now to shed more light on these numbers. And so, Dimakatso, it seems sectors like manufacturing and construction, as well as mining, continue to be at the forefront of the difficulties we are having as a country in terms of creating employment.
Absolutely, Thulas. You'll see those numbers really reflect what we've been seeing in the economy in terms of the recession. The economy contracting in the first and second quarter there. Those sectors which are really massive employers that we need them to grow to create employment. As you know, Thulas, that not so long ago, the broader job numbers were released, where we saw that unemployment figure going up to 27.5%, reflecting really the difficult times and pressures in the economy.
So, but what do they mean? What does the Stats South Africa mean when they say, despite the 16,000 jobs that were lost in the last quarter, when they say then 17,000 employment numbers were up by 17,000 over the year?
Yes.
What does that mean?
So what it means is the 16,000 that we're talking about today is quarter on quarter, meaning when you look at the second quarter and the third quarter, 16,000 jobs were lost. However, that's for 2018. If you look at the third quarter for 2018 and third quarter for 2017, there was growth. So year on year, there was growth in terms of jobs created. 17,000 jobs were created, as you said, 0.2%, but on a quarterly basis, jobs were shared.
So of these sectors, we've talked about mining, construction and manufacturing, and these are sectors that are key in terms of government's economic recovery and the stimulus package that was announced by the president about 2 months ago, right?
Yes. Thulas, this is crucial. If you think about, the problem, the structural unemployment problem that we have in South Africa, the fact that a lot of, especially young people, are unemployable, some people don't have skills, and the sectors that aren't, that require to absorb them are not growing, and those that are growing are those that require skills, meaning that will remain with the structural problem of unemployment in South Africa. It's very difficult, and it will take years, probably, for government to do anything about the issue of unemployment in South Africa. Not so long ago, the president, went out saying that we want to attract investment into South Africa. That is the key to dealing with the unemployment crisis that we have in South Africa. We need investment in sectors like mining, like manufacturing. We need to see, exploration in terms of opening new mines, in mining, as you know, now it's called the sunset industry. But it can be the sunrise industry if there was more exploration and more investment in those kind of sectors that are massive employers to absorb all those unemployed.
Very quickly, Dimakatso, tell us the story around the increase in earnings. I see here it's 26. They increased by 26 billion rand, not million, as I think we said in the intro, to about 653 billion rand. What's the story there?
Thulas, so what they look at, annual growth in terms of your bonuses, in terms of your increments. Interestingly, Thulas, the highest growth in terms of gross earnings was government. We know that government is under pressure, but if you look at these earnings, government increases were 18 million rand, the biggest increases that we've seen this year across all sectors. It's interesting that, when government says that they are under pressure in terms of finances, but when it comes to the wage bill that we've always been complaining about, or rather economists have been complaining about, that seems not to be cut or been put where it needs to be, really.
Oh, wow. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword, it seems, that particular story. Thank you so much for that. That is ENCA's Dimakatso Thukwana watching those numbers of employment for us here on ENCA.